Hello everyone, thanks for joining us today as we review our top 7 contenders for this year's Kentucky Oaks. But before we dive into that, please turn your closed captions on and remember, we will have tip sheets for both days, the Oaks Friday and the Derby. They're $20 per day. Great way to support us. Get your orders in early by emailing me at speedking24@yahoo.com or text me 732-804-0637. As always, thanks for your support. Well, this year, Kentucky Oaks, one of my favorite races, is on Friday, May 5th, of course. And as always, it's $1.25 million at a mile and 1/8, a field of 14. Well, the field isn't that strong, so we're going to look at our top 7 contenders. We think you can throw the other 7 completely off the ticket in the win hole. Underneath is a different story. So let's dive into who we believe are the top 7 contenders, and eventually we'll do our analysis probably next week, 3 or 4 days before the Oaks for sure. These are just who we believe are the top contenders, and of course, please comment. Let's have a healthy discussion. We'll start with number 7 and work our way to number 1. Well, number 7, the number 7 contender on our list is Darth Vader. Darth Vader is by Gervin, bred for speed mostly, does have a beautiful record, 4 wins from 8 start, and is a grade 2 winner. Won the Donneville Stakes, Donneville Dell Stakes over there at beautiful Gulfstream Park on March 4th. The speed figures on this horse are extremely light. This horse is going to have to really improve to beat the top 4 or 5 horses in here for sure. But I had bet this horse a couple times previously, and I thought she deserved to be on the ticket. So number 7 contender is a long shot, Darth Vader. Our 6th contender on the list is Me Noelle. Right? Well, this horse is bred tremendously by Arrogate on the back end by exchange rate. Has a beautiful record, 3 wins from 7 starts, 2 seconds. The speed figures are okay. I think the thing that stands out about Me Noelle is it's a grade 1 and a grade 2 winner. Okay? And she's trained by Peter Miller. I said it once, I said it again, especially in these big races. Peter Miller gets these horses to perform when the money is on the line. See the Breeders' Cup, any other graded races that he drops in. Now going in, it looks like Pete Miller's horse, Me Noelle, the speed figures are really a cut below the top 4 or 5, just like Darth Vader. But again, Peter Miller does get these horses to run and improve at the right time. And remember, this horse is a grade 1, grade 2 winner. Bred by Arrogate, everything is just right as far as the bloodline, as far as the distance and speed and being able to cover a route of ground with stamina and energy for sure. So to me, this is probably going to be my long shot play in the race. I'll put out a long shot video for the Oaks as well. Number 6 contender, I think we should keep an eye on, particularly underneath if you're playing tries and exactas in this year's Oaks. Peter Miller, very strong. Contender number 5, well, we all cashed the ticket, hopefully in the community, on Defining Purpose. Defining Purpose is by Cross Traffic, trained by that sneaky guy, Mr. Kenny McPeak. He does a fantastic job with fillies, as you well know. This horse has 3 wins from 7 starts, improving each and every start. We cashed a huge ticket on Defining Purpose in the Central Bank Ashland Stakes, which she won. Okay, I think it was 18-1. The speed figures are improving. This is another one that you should use underneath, surely. Can she win it? I'm pretty sure that she can. She will have to improve a little bit. Her last speed figure is extremely good, but I wouldn't dismiss Defining Purpose in this year's Kentucky Oaks. Number 5 on our contender list. Number 4, South Lawn. A lot of people like this horse, rightly so. 3 wins from 7 starts by one of my favorite sires, Pioneer of the Nile on the back end by Uncle Mo. So this horse has ability, stamina-wise, as well as speed. Okay, Norm Cassie is doing the training on this horse here, and she has 3 races over this racetrack at Churchill, but they're not good races. That's a real big knock for me for her. And the last fig is really, really good. She looks like she's improving, having won the Grade 2 Fairgrounds Oaks on the 25th of March. So her numbers are improving. Her speed figures put her right in the body of the race. South Lawn is a serious contender in this here year's Kentucky Oaks. That's number 4 on our list here. Number 3, well, Wet Paint. No, you didn't. I just did it. I'm sorry. Wet Paint is number 3 on our contender list. Obviously, is the favorite in this race. Trained by Brad Cox, owned by Godolphin. Okay, so again, I have a weakness for the horse for 2 reasons. One, it's owned and bred by Godolphin. It's by Blame on the back end by Street Cry, which is nothing to sneeze at. 4 wins from 6 starts for almost 700,000. The speed figures are just average on this horse. This horse lacks a little speed for sure, is improving, great connections, but the horse is going to be a serious underlay, and this is not a walkover for Wet Paint by no means. Now, can she win the race? I think she can, and you know she can, but I think she's an underlay with other horses in here that is just as good as Wet Paint, if you ask me. That being said, Wet Paint is our 3rd contender on the list. Our 2nd contender is a horse I think you really, really better take note, Botanica. Botanica is by Medaglia Dora on the back end by Blame, has 4 wins from 6 starts, trained by Brad Cox. Hey, there you go. It's a merry horse. Chris Landeros is in the arms. This horse's speed figure out of his last race, not a graded, but a listed stake race, Bourbonnet, the Bourbonnet Oaks over there at Turfway Park, ran a huge number. If this horse runs that number and improved, they won't have to look far for the winner. This horse, Botanica, really do need to be on all of your tickets. Realize, I put this horse ahead of Wet Paint. That's saying a mouthful. Botanica, huge, huge threat. Do not leave this horse off your ticket. And our number 1 pick, you got it, right? Everybody knows I have a weakness for Pretty Mischievous. Pretty Mischievous is by Into Mischief on the back end by Tappet. The horse has speed and stamina combined, 4 wins from 6 starts. This is the 2nd Godolphin horse in the field here, trained by Brendan Walsh, bred known by Godolphin, and is my number 1 contender. Okay, now I looked at the Vegas odds and they said this horse was 15 or 18 to 1. That is ludicrous. This horse is improving each and every start nicely. Won across Churchill twice. Okay, broke her maiden across this racetrack, and also won an allowance race as a 2-year-old across this racetrack, and has improved each and every time. Has almost 5.5 weeks of rest from coming out of Grade 2 Fairground Oaks, and to me, at that value and an improving Godolphin horse, 10 to 1 or better is just too big. I think Pretty Mischievous is going to be extremely tough and is our number 1 contender. Is a Grade 2 winner. Won the Rachel Alexandra Stakes, okay, and 5 weeks of rest. This is good value, good odds on an improving filly with only 6 starts, coming from top outfit, Brendan Walsh and Godolphin bred. So our top pick, or our top contender is Pretty Mischievous. So there you have it from top to bottom. Our top 7, Darth Vader number 7. And Tell Me Noelle's Peter Miller is number 6. Defining Purpose is number 5. Our 4th contender is South Lawn. Our 3rd contender, believe it or not, is this year's favorite, Wet Paint. think that she's very vulnerable in this spot, and the horse that I think we all better take a strong and long look at is Botanica. If this horse gets off of that tapeta over that turfway, will be extremely strong if she takes to the track at Churchill on the first Friday of May. Botanica, our second pick, and our top pick is the one and only Pretty Mischievous, trained by Brendan Walsh and Godolphin, one of two of Godolphin's. Let's have a healthy discussion on who your picks are, or your top 7 horses, or what you think about our list, okay? We will do our final analysis sometime next week, 3 or 4 days from the Oaks, and we will go from there for sure. Talk to you real soon. Let's have a healthy discussion on this year's Oaks for sure. Stay classy, y'all.